Hey, what's up guys, it's Jace here, dying a slow and painful death. Do you know what, we need to push through. I'm fed up of cancelling on you guys due to being ill or whatever other nonsense. So we're here, hashtag 59 of ÜWatt. As always, I am Jace, your host, and I am joined by my co-host, the very wonderful and upbeat and positive Squeak. How are you, mate? You alright?
It's a bit of a lie, isn't it? You just kind of start the fucking show on a lie like that, upbeat and positive.
Oh.
I don't think that's me.
I was just trying to pep myself up a bit, and I figured that if I just G'd you up, then yeah, maybe I'd get that. I just need to say as well, this stuff here, was supposed to be cleaning up the studio, if you will, and I moved some stuff to tidy up, and then I can't be bothered to put the stuff back, so excuse the mess.
Busy office, isn't it?
Squeak takes time to make sure that he's swept and mopped, and he even made his bed. But nah, not me. I'm just like, do you know what? The What's can take me as I am. You can't always have me at my best. Sometimes you got to see me at my worst. That's when I know you truly love me.
Yeah, but you say that. You say I did make my bed. I can't even argue about that. But I still look unkempt and untidy and unshaven and stuff, as always. So, yeah. Take me as I am. The tramp.
Take me as I am, the tramp, yeah? What have you been playing this week, Squeak?
Mainly Battlefield 1.
Okay.
But I'm getting a bit fed up of it.
Yeah, I wasn't
a fan. And Skyrim as well, to be fair. But yeah, Battlefield 1, I'm getting fed up of it. It's the game sort of lacks depth, and then it's the players. What can you do? What can you do? You can't not have people to play with, or you wouldn't have a game. But then at the same time, they're all fucking idiots.
See, I had a bit of so Ellis came to see me earlier, and I had a bit of a rant at Ellis. Not at him, but just kind of, we were just discussing the state of affairs in gaming, and it came down to that conversation again of the randoms and stuff. And I said the thing that really annoys me is that I was having a conversation with somebody, I think it was a coworker, and she's not a gamer at all, but she was saying about how when she sees her son playing video games, she talks about how they're a lot more difficult now than they were back then. And I was saying, well, there's a lot more that you have to focus on. There's a lot more going on the screen. But I'd say video games now generally are easier than they were back then. So I said the reason why I have no interest in a lot of campaign stuff on a load of the games is because I know that there is no risk of failure. I can get a bit stuck, but if I lose 110 times, I don't lose anything. If I'm playing Skyrim Fallout, I guess, there are the things of having Iron Man mode and things like that. Or games where they've tried to add in those things, but I just feel like when you go back to the original Mario, you had 5 lives. Get enough coins or get a 1-up and you got extra lives. But otherwise, once you die, you know that once you get to a certain point, you lose all your lives, you start again, and that kind of adds the edge to it.
See, it's like you say that about Skyrim. It's sort of I sort of get that, because it's that thing I get. It's one of those things where eventually you'll push through, but it's I've downloaded hardcore mods and stuff to give it that sort of edge. It'll never be playing against people, and I'll never be there'll always be a point where I'll get up to it and it'll be I might not be able to do it now, but I can do it later. Do you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, but my issue, you're ranting about almost there's no
I love
loss.
a good rant.
But it's the people, man. The people. It'll be there's got to be more than 3 people on a team. There's me, Sprees, and Beans all running, tapping, diffusing, blowing up stuff, taking out tanks, killing the people planting. And it's sort of hold up. Where the fuck is the rest of the team? Yeah. Where is everybody? What are you doing? And it's not it's not a case of me just being oh, well, you're just being big-headed, you know what I mean? Fucking, you're saying you do everything, but surely, there's fucking other people kicking ass and taking names,
The worst game that I found there was for that was that, Mag. Remember Mag on the PlayStation 3?
Yes.
256 people on a map. Amazing, in theory.
Yeah, but when they're all fucking idiots and none of them know what they're doing, not amazing. Not amazing at all. Like, and the thing is, it's that thing as well. It's like, so I found it with Battlefield, like, quite a lot, is that we'll do a lot of stuff, but then it's like, we'll get steamrolled by certain teams because it's almost like they are on it. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, why can our teammates not just see that playing the fucking objective gets you 1 more points, 2 more kills, and 3, it's probably more fun than sitting back all the way fucking over there with a sniper rifle looking at like a dot on your fucking screen going, haha, I've headshotted him. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, come on now. And that's after like probably like 20 odd shots at this guy. Like, fucking.
No, most definitely. The thing I used to hate on all sort of games is that you watch these videos of people snipe him, and like you get the quick scopers, and some of them are really good. But like when you watch sniping montages, and they'll snipe somebody who stood still. Whenever I try to snipe someone, they never stand still. Or you line them up, you take the breath, you take the shot, and then they sidestep. It was like, did you know that was coming?
It's just like, it's like they sidestep the bullet though. You see the bullet and it's like on target and then it's just like, ooh, like fucking, like what the fuck is that? Like, you can't do that. Like, it's like, people are the bane of online gaming, I swear to God. But then it's that thing, like I say, you can't do without them or you don't have a game, innit?
That's the thing, because I was saying in part of my rant to Ellis as well, was just, I think I was speaking to Tiny at the time actually when I said it, is that so for example, FIFA is the example we were talking about. I said example twice in that sentence. So what we were talking about was FIFA, and I said you play online, and it just seems like you'll have some good games, you'll have some bad games, and you'll play against people who everybody plays underhanded tactics and dumb stuff happens. But you play against the CPU, and the way they've built the CPU, it plays such a boring game of football that you'd rather try and play online. But you play online, you just get raged. You play against a computer, and it'll be like whether you're winning or whether they're winning after like 1 or 2 goals, or even if it's a draw, the CPU doesn't stand to gain or lose anything, so they'll just defend and just play back four for ages, and you're just there like walking around in circles trying to get the ball back. The game knows how to do the perfect pass. So once you put the difficulty up a certain amount, it's literally like playing chess on master. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's impossible to do, but the game knows every single angle. It knows how to stretch, like how you're going to stretch out. And that's why if ever you get to penalties on FIFA against CPU, just shoot straight down the middle every time. The game knows where you're aiming. So the game will decide whether or not it's going to dive and catch the ball.
It's that thing. When you say stuff like that, I can't help but feel like it's a paranoid stance. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it is.
Oh my God, but they know. They know.
It's the thing of when you play, like when you're playing, say, poker on Xbox. If you're playing against the computer knows the entire deck. Like, it knows what you have, it knows what everybody has, and it knows the entire deck. So you might as well just raise all in, like, because the game will decide whether or not it wants you to win. Is how I feel when I'm playing against the computer.
That's the thing as well, and I think with things like AI, you can sort of script human behavior, but you will never have that human behavior of like instinct and then like doubt and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh well, you know, I'm gonna fold because I got this, but
exactly. It's just they just can't make it. But yeah. So going into this week's news, Black Friday has begun. Obviously, we were discussing, we couldn't remember when it was and all that stuff. It seems like Amazon, like it seems like the Friday coming up, which would be Friday the 25th. I think that's Black Friday, but Amazon
are already on it.
They emailed me like Monday saying Black Friday deals, but it's Monday. You can't give me a Black Friday on Monday. It doesn't make any sense.
That's the thing. Right?
So they've started.
Loads of stuff. Loads of stuff up.
I was going to say, there's quite a few things coming around on Xbox that are on sale. Like, the list is just absolutely just massive for Xbox One and Xbox 360. But a few of the top picks are the Batman Telltale series, the Arkham Knight Premium Edition. Those are going to have like between 25 and 30 and 46% off. Battlefield 1's looking to have about 33% off. Deus Ex 40 to 50% off. FIFA 17 is to have 30 or 40% off. Grand Theft Auto 5 is possibly going to have half off. We're looking at Tomb Raider, The Witcher, Titanfall 2 is possibly going to have a small decrease as well. The thing with Titanfall 2, I haven't played it yet, but I feel like they didn't release it, they didn't market it very well. They would have been better off waiting and doing it in the new year.
I've heard that it's really good as well.
That's the thing, but when you look at it,
really good.
COD and Battlefield have released.
That's the thing.
And the brand and the name has just overshadowed them quite a bit.
I mean, you got to look at it in a sense of, like, they released a copy in it where you get Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 with all the DLC. Like, I swear didn't you say all the DLC is free for Titanfall as well? Like, Titanfall just sounds like a win-win. Like, I saw Duty, like, I went up to Hugsy's the other day and played a bit of Duty, and it's just the same old. Like, they've got, like, operators with different things, and I think they're doing quite a cool thing where, like, guns have almost, like, secondary modes and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's still COD, isn't it, at the end of the day? Whereas, like, I think Titanfall with, like, the big mechs and stuff, like, I reckon it's going at all right sort of thing. Like.
Yeah. That's the thing. Depending on how much it is, obviously, the sale's going to have about 40% off. I might pick it up, so then obviously we'll have it if I pick it up. It just all kind of depends on how low it is at the time. Think of it as an early Christmas present for you, Squeak. Something that I spotted as well. I can't remember which Reddit user it was, but like on Reddit, pictures popped up of Xbox 360 backwards compatible games being repackaged in Xbox One cases and then being sold for retail price.
Wait, as in like full retail price, not like 360? That's ridiculous. So wait, that's the actual thing?
So the thing is, like, the games that were shown were Fallout 3 and Doom 3. So
wait, so it's not remastered.
No.
It's not.
So you know, like the Xbox One case, and at the top obviously it says Xbox One.
You got the Xbox One, yeah.
So it says Xbox One, then next to Xbox 360. So basically signifying that you can put this disc in either 360 or Xbox One. But apparently the disc looks the same and everything. They've just repackaged it and resealed it, so it's sold as brand new kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a bit. I don't know.
The thing is, so it said like it's unknown whether or not the price is going to be higher. I think in the picture it doesn't look like the 360 version and the Xbox One version differ in price, but obviously they're still selling it at. It's like inflated the price a bit because it's sought after again. Like, you know when Black Ops became backwards compatible, and then there's
the price,
I think it's like that basically.
Yeah, no, I do hear that.
It's an interesting move. And yeah, next bit of news. So did you hear about what this guy found in Watch Dogs 2?
And he got banned, didn't he?
He found a bacon sandwich. He found some beef curtains. He found a yawning hippo, a wizard sleeve, baby cave, pocket for your willy. He found a vagina on Watch Dogs 2.
I saw that.
Now the thing is, the story is that he found this vagina, then posted a picture to say, "Hey Sony, there's a vagina in your game," and then got banned for it. Now I don't know if I believe this story. I feel like it's a bit of marketing because So first of all, he's like, "Oh, I killed some people, and then I randomly found a vagina." Like, no, you were looking up skirts to see if you could see vagina. Then you were successful in your quest, and then you shared the picture with Sony because I wanted them to censor it. No.
I was gonna say, the thing for me is, he's apparently found this, when he's blowing up shit, and he's killed this prostitute, and then he sees this vag, this fully detailed vag, and yet
4K vag.
And wait though, but that is what offends him. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the killing, the maiming, the blowing shit up. He cares about vag. It's just so.
The thing is, I can't remember.
It seems a bit dodgy.
It's just the way that, like, in the article, it's just the way that the guy, the way they made it sound, because it might not even be the way the guy spoke. It could be, it was a Facebook post, wasn't it? And it might be that whoever it was twisted it, and it happens. But I just kind of feel like you blew somebody up, you walked around to find the body, and then you looked up the skirt. Like, it's not like her piss flaps were like hanging all the way down to her knees. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Do you know what I mean?
It's very detailed there. Yeah, have you seen the picture? But it's still like I say, like how is that the bit that offends you? Like I'll kill everyone. I'll fuck everything up. Oh my god, a vagina. I must warn everybody. I must tell everyone about this. Like,
Oh.
But it's the way that Sony banned him.
Yeah.
They probably banned him and was like, should be a little bitch.
So
like, grabbing.
So looking at this, I decided to look into other games that were censored. So just before I kind of go through a few of my top picks on this list, like, are there any games that you knew about that got censored?
Well, Germany censored a lot of like Res Evils, didn't they? With like green blood and stuff. I think Australia did it as well. I think Australia is quite harsh as well when it comes. Didn't they censor Left 4 Dead?
Yeah. So some of it's quite interesting. The things that I was reading. So like, I mean, some of it always goes goes back to like 1985. So Bionic Commando was renamed to Top Secret. Was renamed from Top Secret: The Resurrection of Hitler, and the character of Adolf Hitler was renamed Master D, and the Nazis were renamed the Bads, and they were turned into like robots.
Wait. The Bionic Commando
originally was called Top Secret: The Resurrection of Hitler.
Wow. Okay. I did not know that. Shit. So he was playing Hitler. Bionic Hitler.
And then there was a few, like, so they took out, in the Final Fantasy series, I think it was 4 and 6, it says, they took out, bits. So for 4, they took out references to Christianity. Okay. And then in 6, they changed, like the pub into, like, calves, and they took out, like, some nudity and things like that. Mortal Kombat, so they changed it in the US, I think it was, and Europe, they changed blood to sweat, so it went from red to white. That came off you when you were hit. In Super Mario RPG, there was a stance that Bowser made where he raised his middle finger, but they changed that so that it wasn't as offensive. Okay. See, one that I didn't know, and it is because, like, the post patch, I guess we never really played, and when we've gone back to play, it's been on emulation. But Zombies Ate My Neighbors. The game was renamed as Zombies. And they took out the blood and gore, and the Jason Voorhees with the chainsaws, they changed to lumberjacks with axes.
Really?
Yeah, so that was re-released.
See, I must never played that, because I played the original as well on the
That's the thing, because I played it on the SNES, and I remember, so that was quite interesting. Then in, like, the 5th generation, there was Crash Bandicoot 2. There's a death animation in which Crash is squashed into a stunned head and feet, but that was altered for the Japanese version of the game because the stance resembled a severed head and shoes left by a serial killer loose in Japan at the time. So I was like,
oh wow,
yeah, so that's quite an
that's
interesting
a bit mad. Like, the one I don't get is the Mario one. Is you're aiming at kids, so why would he have that animation to begin with?
It was a middle finger one, but I don't know what it was in Japan, because the RPG didn't really get released. It wasn't that big in the Western world. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it just seemed that there was that. In Final Fantasy VII, they censored some of the profanity, so it would be swearing symbols rather than the actual swear words. BMX Triple X, do you remember that game?
Yeah, I remember.
Obviously that got censored because there was like nudity, polygon nudity.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Hot Coffee mod. There's another famous one that got censored. What else was there? Oh, Command & Conquer Generals. So in Germany, they had to like remarket it, and rather than having like terrorists and suicide bombers and things like that, that all got taken out, and all the soldiers got turned into cyborgs. So that was interesting. I didn't realize they did that on Command & Conquer, which was quite interesting. Then 7th generation, so 2006 onwards, The Last of Us. So the European release of the game is censored. The version doesn't feature any dismemberment or exploding heads. Then what else we got? Mario Party 8, they had the use of the word spastic. Obviously over here in the UK, it's not a word that we use quite openly, as it refers to people with special educational needs. So they changed the word to erratic. What else was I looking at? Fallout 3. So in Japan, they changed the name of the Fat Man because the Fat Man was in reference to the bomb that was dropped at Hiroshima. Sorry, Nagasaki. So so then they changed that to nuclear launcher. But also they took out the mission. So with the megaton bomb, there was no option to detonate it in the Japanese version. They took it out completely, so you couldn't do that. Saints Row 4, so the Australian version of the game, had a mission removed where you steal and use alien drugs in order to get stronger, because portraying the use of illegal substances as a way to gain rewards is not permitted in Australia. Obviously, South Park: The Stick of Truth, the European version had all 5 references to anal probing removed, and the abortion minigame was removed from the game. Left 4 Dead 2, as you mentioned, in Australia, it was the high level of violence, so they took out the decapitation, dismemberment, wound details, or piles of dead bodies in the game. So it still got quite a high rating, but it just wasn't as much taking people apart. And then the other one that I seen was The Witcher. So the female portrait cards shown after Geralt's conquests, they were censored for the US release because apparently it was just too graphic, the cards he had after he slayed the poo.
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Like what gets censored and what doesn't. Do you know what I mean?
I find it funny with stuff like Mortal Kombat getting censored because that game was sold on being like gory and stuff. So like apparently, actually that was one of the things on there. I can't remember where it was, but they said on Injustice they took away like 2 or 3 fatalities because it had superheroes. They took out a few things in order to make it so that they could market it to a younger audience because it was superheroes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
that's what makes sense. To be fair, but it's like the stuff that's aimed at like a mature audience. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why are you censoring that? Like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Like, why would you censor like that stuff? Because for one, they're zombies. Like, realistically, you wouldn't class them as people. If there was a zombie outbreak, you wouldn't be like, oh no, don't kill them because they have rights too. Like, it's like, no, they want to rip your fucking throat out. Like, just fucking have gore in it, shit. I mean, what? They can kill you.
Talking about gore and stuff, I just wanted to give a quick mention before moving on to this week's WhatsApp. Killing Floor 2. So it's been available on PC for a while, but it's now on PS4 and PS4 Pro. I don't know if you've seen it before this week. I mentioned it a little while back. I watched somebody playing it on Twitch. And
I played the first one, which was quite good.
Yeah.
I've not played the second
It's one of the
yet.
few games that I've actually been a bit jealous that it's exclusive to PlayStation at the moment. I was a bit like... Because it's just one of those games where it's just pure carnage. There's just like zombies and stuff flying at you and you just get guns and shoot stuff. And
it's one of those as well where you can like get just a bunch of you in on it. Do you know what I mean? And just playing that.
So yeah, so if you've got a PlayStation, there's a Lux Digital Edition, comes with all the content from the PC version. So yeah, gonna cop that. Right. This week's WhatsApp. I just couldn't remember the name. I checked the run sheet. I see it. This week's game was Titan Brawl. So this one sells itself as a MOBA, but it's 1v1. And you start off with you have a totem, and then you have your Titan, and then you have some of your characters. So the aim of the game is that you have 3 characters, you have your Titan, and your totem's like there on the map. You press either the first lane or the second lane, and then you will send your hero on their way. At the same time, minions will go in, but the person you're playing against on the other side is choosing a lane and sending theirs. As you're playing through the game, you've got a mana bar at the bottom that's building up. When the mana bar gets to a certain point, you can click whichever one of your heroes are out at that time, and you can use their special move. The way it starts is that when you pick your 3 heroes, you have no control over what order they become available. So you can pick 3. So for example, I've got one that's like a ranger, one that's a healer, and then I've got Thor, who's a bit of a tank, but he has like an area special move. But the thing is, because you have no order of which one you send, sometimes it starts off with my healer, and my healer is not very good, so it just ends up being me for the first like minute of the game waiting for my second one to be unlocked, because I don't want to just send my healer for my healer to then just get smoked.
It's almost like giving them a free move, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well.
So it's all right. It's one of those games where like graphically they've done it like really well. They've fit everything on the phone screen, and it's quite simple to play. They've got an online mode where you're actually playing against somebody live, and from what I could tell was somebody live, because you can play against different people that play in a different way. There's not a set way it's played every time. So it might be that your minions walk on, say, lane 2 towards them, and theirs walk towards you on lane 1. So as you play through and you climb up the ranks, you unlock other arenas, and they'll have like turrets. So then in the MOBAs, you have to defeat the turrets to get to the totem at the end. They sort of added that. So then on lane 1 it'll be their turrets, on lane 2 it'll be yours. So if you send people on lane 2, they'll walk straight past your turret and have a straight shot to theirs, to their totem sort of thing. Some people decide to take that route, or some people decide to send their behind their minions, or send their heroes to take out your turret first, so that you have no defenses either side. But it's pretty cool because you do it and it sort of builds up. So you've got your characters, you send them out. When they get attacked, it's like a 10-second respawn. Then you can send them out again, and then you have your Titan who's stronger than the rest, and they move pretty fast to them. When it's been playing, I think rounds are only like 4 or 5 minutes as well. So like after it just has like a countdown, and whoever's done the most damage, if you've taken down a tower and the other person hasn't, then you 1-0 up, that kind of stuff. So the rounds are pretty quick. So I think if you are a person that is into kind of the little tactical stuff in the MOBAs, yeah, I think it's a good game for you to kind of try out. There will be a video up as always. Sorry. Can't edit that out. We are raw, uncut. Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely worth a download. It's free. Link will be down below. I believe it's Android and iOS. It is Android, so yeah, go check it out. I am giving it a 7.5 out of 10 watts. I think this one's pretty good.
That's quite high.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Just because I feel like I played it and I played it and played it, and then I still feel like there's still places for me to climb. I can upgrade my hero. Obviously, you've got your in-game transactions, but you'll see it in the video. The price of it from there. But yeah, no, it is pretty good. And I feel like it will keep me going. I think I might see if JC will want to download it, because if James downloads it, then I might have something to play against on it to kind of test that side. I haven't been able to do that yet. But yeah, and it's pretty good. Go check it out.
I was going to say, it sounds like there's a bit of strategy when you're on about taking out the person's turret or just going for the straight.
That's the thing, because you can wait for minions to go, and then you can either send your guy on lane 1 to take out their minions, or send your guy on lane 2 behind your minions. So then when they get to the totem like attacks like a turret does. And so it will hit your minions first before hitting you. So what I was liking doing was having but then at the same time, if you've got someone like Thor and he does an area attack, when you use a special, he zaps all of them and it takes their health over time. So if they've got minions and their hero behind it, Thor can attack all of them at the same time. And then when you've got your healer behind that, they can heal Thor as he's doing his area attack. So it's just, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, make sure to check that out. But before we get into your favourite time of the week, I just wanted to quickly remind you where you can get hold of us. So if you'd like to speak to us, you can get hold of us on Twitter. We're on @uwatt_. You can get us on Facebook, facebook.com/uwattpodcast. We're on Podomatic, uwatt.podomatic.com. And as always with the visuals, we're on youtube.com/uwatt. As always, uwatt is spelled UWatt. And if you'd like to send us any feedback, any suggestions on email, you can get at us on uwattmail@gmail.com. Squeak.
Them fight offers again, get as.
Are you prepared for this week?
Yeah, but I don't know if I've used this fact before, but I got a backup fact.
You take it away, bro.
Okay, space. People think the moon isn't that far away, right?
Mm.
But you can fit every planet in the solar system between us and the moon.
Really?
Mm.
That is new. I didn't know that.
That's that thing of perception, though, isn't it? And perspective. Like, you don't really think see the distance.
I have no idea how far the moon actually is.
It's a bit like Orion's belt.
Yeah.
They're not in the line or anything. They're all way off everywhere, isn't it?
Okay.
But
cool. Well, in that case, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the show. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. As always, I've been Jace. He's been Squeak. And we'll see you next week.
Later.